Okay, so let's see what's here. First of all, if chat, if you are here, please let me know if you can hear me well, because last time I had some issue with the audio. So yeah, please let me know. Okay, so you can go ahead. First of all, I used to hide the read it. Now it is play, but now I don't think that's useful. Anyways, I got this map and I decided to build it as a kind of the Lush Cave. I That means that the cave will have some light spots, so it should have some holes in the ceiling, which allows some sunlight to fall into the cave. That of course comes with the vegetation, and that's why I use this mossy stones in here. So yeah, and also lots of water here, and I don't know, this water just fall into some kind of basin, but yeah, my initial thought process was it should go somewhere else, maybe just yeah, pour out from the cave. Um, but yeah, eventually I thought that it could be even better to have like a pool in here, and maybe there is a kind of sink inside, so that will suck the water in, and yeah, make we'll have some yeah underground water system, or how would you like to call it? Uh, yeah. Anyways, water coming out from the cave. It looked too much alike to Lost Mines of Pandover, Fragment Cave, and maybe that would be the reason that I don't want to have that much of resemblance. All right, let me see. Let me know, chat, if you're active. Just let me know. Post some emote, whatever, so I can just be sure that somebody's here. Anyways, I'm going to build that map anyway, and maybe we can just slowly start with the actual process of building it. Good. So, yeah, let's start with that. I use the normal template for the cave, just randomly carved the corridors and chambers here. Hi, Deneb. Glad you have swinged by. Thanks for joining. I know that you are head out to work. It should be, I don't know, it's like noon in US, right? So yeah. But anyways, thank you very much for stopping by. All right. So how I can start with that? I started to lay the rocks on the walls, because you can see how it was look not much pretty. The texture gets stretched, and that's not what I like to have in my map. So what I usually do, as you could see, but with my other maps, It's like I used to lay the. Oh, okay. So it's like then is it like kind of the middle of US, or is it the West Coast? Okay, I'll go ahead with big rocks, I think. So what I like to have, what effect I would like to achieve here is that the vegetation and all of the moss slightly fades off the deeper into the caves we get. So it would be like at the entrance where we still have some lights, we still have some sunlight. The vegetation and the green, I don't know, grass moss will be here, but the more far into the cave you get, the less plants you'll see. So I'll start maybe with normal barren rocks here, like to smaller. So yeah, and now it's all about laying on the. It's like it's like you arrange your own home. You still have some concrete walls. You'd like to put something on it, to paint it. Hello, Mail. Nice to have you here. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, Midwest, you say? That's nice. Now, okay. So I think it's essential to use different type of rocks, so it's not that monotonic around the cave. Yeah, everything as much as closer as it possible to real cave, real things in nature. Um, Good to have some inspiration from. I don't know if if you've been to the actual cave. I happen to be one or two times in my life, and yeah, it looks way different than usually D&D or any other setting caves. It looks completely different. It is well, narrow and claustrophobic thing, and completely playing there wouldn't be nice at all. Okay, so we have this kind of rocks. We're gonna put this kind of rocks here. It's too big. I need to smaller. Maybe a little bit squish it here. Oh yeah, like this. All of that stuff you cannot see as a player, or even as a DM when you um, play it on another virtual tabletops. But anyways, this is how it's happening. Kind. If you have of course Wildshape, you can see and you can alter it however you please. Now it's yeah, all of the magic happening like here. Oh, you have the volcanic case. It's nice. Is it? I used numerical keys. However, you can call it so one on your keyboard, two on your keyboard, so you can just switch it from from rotation to scale up, scale down, and then move it. So yeah. So I've been into not into volcanic caves. I've been into kind of I don't know how it is how the word is in English for that caves that is shaped by the water, not necessarily some fissure into the rock, but rather it's shaped with the water. So it looks really nice. You have some stalactites, stalagmites around. Not so big, but still. At least it kind of resembles what they see, or what you can see on the movies or somewhere on the other maps. Yeah, mail. It is like I always find something new in Wildshape because Julian, who's developer of the tool, he made a tremendous amount of work to ease the usage of this tool by binding all the keys. But still, I don't see. I mean, I don't. I don't get that much because I'm, this is my resistance for learning things, and I not necessarily grasp enough in a very short time. But anyways, it's good to have kind of the cheat sheet. I know the cheat sheet is on the menu, and I think it's an option. Get the controls. Oh, okay, all right, all right, okay. So I got it. All I need to do now is to learn it. Good. And that's gonna be like, yeah, because more intuitive is to get around with your mouse and with your cursors and so on. But once you get into that, it could be kind of, I don't know, daunting to take the object, then click rotate it, then I don't know, scale it up, scale it down, or stretch, whatever you like to do. So yeah, it's like I don't. It's better now to navigate with the key. Thank you, Deneb. Take care. Have fun. Bye bye. Let's go with the other things here. Okay. Um, yeah, as I mentioned, it's not my first cave I've done into in Wildshape, and from what I know, well, I made this all of the wave echo caves, which took me a big time of my, I don't know, spending on Wildshape, and I spend a lot of time laying the walls here. But this is like, I don't know, maybe 80% of work was put into that. So it's yeah, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's boring, but it's not necessary. I don't know. It is not a firework effect, right? Just seeing me laying some stones in a vertical. It's vertical. Yeah, it's vertical position. Yeah, I think that's a nice thing to do, especially because you can see how it looks even here. So all the textures are stretched out, and of course you can somehow smoothen that. Uh, then see the better texture, but still I didn't like this effect that much. I allowed myself to leave it somewhere. Let's say, yeah, here you have some, I don't know, thresholds. I think that's okay. but on a bigger scale, it's not that easy here. And yeah, I think that's better way is to use that stones here. Always try to use the different some different stones, even though it's a slightly different color or shape. Well, shape is okay, but the color. But usually, I don't think the normal cave is that homogenic in terms of the material it is made of. So I just buy some put some different kind of the forms, different kind of the like meteorite. It could be anything. Could be kind of the iron vein here. Some ores or maybe orcs wants to um, extract iron ore from it. That's is kind of like you have kind of okay, not necessary in that shape, but it's nice because it's flat, and once it is flat, it's falls it yeah it feels right into that falls right. And one thing I observed is that it's not necessarily good to have the highest possible walls here, because it once you are once I recorded that map, I usually do it in the top down view. Sometimes the high walls just covers the other. Yeah, thanks Progressive D&D. Thanks for stopping by. And yeah, once I have that, once I have the walls higher, they are partially covers the overall layout of the cave, and it's hard to in other VTTs to lie down the walls and all this dynamic light things. So I prefer to keep the walls as low as possible, which I think I made it quite all right here. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see the effects every time in the anytime soon. Now I will fit here. All right. Take some other thing. Yeah. One more thing, I try to avoid to repeat this the same layout or the same position of the objects here. It then looks kind of you know unnaturalistic. Yeah, I tried to. Yeah, and well, I like the idea of having that done very quick and it's very efficient way of laying the walls. But I decided, at least for this cave, to stick with my old type of, furnituring. So I'm trying to do the same as I did for any other caves I had. But I really like the idea of having that quickly done. And if I were running the session online. Given that I have this Wildshape open and I'll be running some online session there, and I need some quick, I don't know, cave to be created, or I don't any type of walls. That's the way to go. Totally, I would go with that. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's way too big. I like to do the corners like this because that's good. It's gonna be tough because you can see there is a kind of wall in here. They need to um, build these walls very carefully over the corridor. I can wish it. Go to the yes. Somewhere in here. Okay, I think looks pretty. Have it like here. Then the next type of walls. What kind of stone we can use? That I like the medium because they are medium. Too big now. A little bit. Oh, thank you. You probably noticed the nicest thing with I don't know, not only in wild shape but also for kind of the any Unity based tool, that you have the shaders, and the shaders allows you to see some depth into the texture. So you'll see that this part looks like it's partially covered in shadow and shade, sorry, and it gives some optical impression that it's 3D, and that impression could be even better, even bigger, if you simply go with the texture. I don't know, if you simply go with the terrain form and with very low intensity, just go through the floor and make it uneven, and that does a lot. And this is not the final texture. This is only the baseline, so you can see there are only one type of the texture here, and I'm going to add some other layers on that. That would be some nice small stones. Oh yeah, definitely. I would love to see more texture in the tool. But on the other hand, I'm completely aware that it costs not necessarily money, but megabytes. And once you just add everything to the base product, it weighs like, I don't know, 50, 80 gigabytes, which is not very nice to download. Although I don't know if nowadays bandwidth, it's not a big deal. Maybe I'm just saying some bollocks. You know what I missed the most from Wildshape? Different kind of trees. Winter trees as well. Pine trees. I know everything's this all in all of this is there, but I think there is a kind of the bug here. Hi, Giulio. Thanks for stopping by. And well, in the name of Julian, who is the author of the tool, thanks for buying the Wildshape. It's a very nice tool. I can recommend it definitely. In terms of exporting that to Foundry, well, it's not the direct way to export it. What I do, I just record the screen, and then I make some magic behind with the editing, video and post production, and then I make MP4 or WebM file format out of that. So it's not that you can just directly export it to Foundry. At least not now, but maybe in the future, who knows? There's a very basic character sheet of now in here. So you won't see, at least for now, you won't see typical Dungeons and Dragons character sheet. You can only see some kind of the basic stuff like HP, AC, and I think that's all. But to be honest, just for fun session with somebody, I think that would suffice. You know, after all, everything happens in our imagination. So this is just I don't know, just a tool that helps us or help our imagination. Okay, I like to passage here, right here. Passage one. Try to find the bridge or right, and go. Maybe I should leave that part darker a little. Maybe in the next, let's say, view on that. I'd like to, after building some part, I like to turn it off, then go back to that after one day to see what if what I built, I still like what I have built. So it's like it's a process of creation. Sounds very artistic. I just yeah, placing the blocks. That's it. Some nice rock. You'll be good. I'll put it here. Some, anyways. Oh, okay, that's fine. Thank you for stopping by. It's really nice, and I'm really happy that you have joined my live session. So, Julio, I think, or Julio, sorry. I think that's this is something for now. Um, yeah, first thing first, that the game is in early alpha stage. Although it's playable, fully playable, so you can play with others actually right now on Wildshape using the multiplayer option. That's the first thing. So yeah, you can easily switch to the play mode, just pressing tab, and there you go. You can yeah, roll some dice. Well, get stuck with balls, but still. You can place some tokens here, and that's it. Everything is kind of playable, although it's basic. Yeah, the dwarf here. You can be the dwarf. You can move the token around. Still not. I think that's still kind of rough, but looks nice. So first of all, you can play an actual game in Wildshape. Um, you can use that for map creation. So given that you have Roll20 or you are playing on Foundry, so it's easy as that. You can just take a screenshot from what you see here, and just Control and P or print screen, and there you go. You have a ready-made map, which you can drag into the as an image, drag into Foundry as well. So that's the basic usage of that. Yeah, I know there are a lot of plans to make it standalone virtual tabletops, and I'm cheering up for this, and I'm really waiting for that time. But I know also that given the yeah, I know that more than one people is actually working on that this game. So yeah, I'm just supporting them and waiting for the results. I know I need to be patient because yeah, this is how the uh, indie development looks like. Not like there's a big company behind it. I don't know, Blizzard or Division. I don't know why I said about those two. I know there's so much hustle around those company recently. See if we have some free passages here. Yeah, we do. All right, looks good. Sometimes I think the rocks should be vertical. I think that it's okay to have a little bit leaning. Um, yeah, that's right. And you know, Julio, and what I've seen that especially during the COVID times that we are in, how the market or developers from any kind of the virtual tabletops reacted on the situation. It was like a boom, and everybody. And now after a year, so let's give a year for the very reasonable time for development from I don't know one line of the code to full product or maybe to viable product. So after a year, I just scrolling my Facebook, Instagram, and I see how much new VTTs just popping up around the market. It's like crazy, really. Like here, F. Yeah, I think that's over half is done. So wait, let's build it faster. Take some time with this the texture. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, looks good. I think I need to trim that wall because I don't know. Actually, that could be good. Let's leave it like it is. Stone Balkan fitting in here. Bigger. Have it bigger. Just scrolling up and taking top-down view just for reference. By the way, is my audio okay? Last time I recorded, my audio was just breaking, and I wouldn't be able to others the viewers wouldn't be able to hear me. But I think for now I don't receive any feedback that there is any issue with the audio. I assume that's okay. Okay, I have just covered that with two rocks only. One additionally wanted texture. Getting up, slightly bigger, slightly wider. Go. I like this sharp edge here. Looks really nice. Like half of the rock has been broken, and the stream just find its way through that. Now, okay, let's give some mossy rock here. I'm gonna take it from here, maybe here. here will be a nice place to have some. I really like to have this effect of God rays from above here. So yeah, it will be a nice effect, I can tell you. I tried this a couple of times and looks awesome. Then flat as much possible, as flat as possible rocks in here. Not waste ground here. That would be playground. Nicely said. Even though you just slightly turn it or rotate it, it looks really good, and doesn't seem and doesn't feel so repetitive. So as I always say, I always try to mimic whatever happens in nature. So even here, like you don't have the copy paste pattern in the nature, obviously. Okay, go ahead with this little cove in here, and I think there are still some gaps to be filled. Go ahead with turn it around. Unique dark place. Button this. Sometimes I completely lost control, losing the control here, and over the rotation and scaling. So cannot properly scale it, properly rotate it. But that's not a big deal because it doesn't have to be ideal. There we go. Corner. Then some very flat stone to of the waterfall that's going to a little bit spread here. Oh, that's so perfect. I think that we can just keep it like this. We slightly narrow it, but that's okay. Outer stones. This wall. Yeah, you see, I have it all upside down and another rotation with just scaling it up and down, but still. Oh, come on. Good. Just fine. Okay. Later on, I will just smoothen the edges here. Done. Nice rock here. As I mentioned, it's like 80-90% of the time just building the walls. that's not even I don't know half of the time I spent on Kragwin Castle, because that was I mean, I don't know, I get some PTSDs after after that map. I've seen the sometimes it requires me to lay brick after brick, build that properly curved walls. So it was crazy. It was crazy time, but yeah, it was also nice because I just turned on some podcasts, turned on some music, and just go ahead with that. Okay, we should be good with this part of the cave. And there's a one last part that I need to cover, and here as well, and then we can go to um, texture work. Oh, hello, Mr. Wildshape Map Editor. Thank you for stopping by. Right. Oh yeah, thanks for liking my map. Yeah, it still needs some fine tuning, final touches, but still look kind of rough. But yeah, over this session, I think I can just I can maybe make some major work over this map. Right. Copy paste. Quickly scale it. No. Anyways, I don't like this rock. Maybe other. This is the one I haven't used that often, so let's go with this one. Right. I'm gonna add one more mossy stone here, rock, because as I mentioned in the very beginning, I like to have some kind of smooth transition between those yeah, between bare rocks and between vegetation here. Maybe even I can just place like this, so you can see. I'm gonna mask this part, and you can see some part of the rock is going to be mossy. Some kind of some part of will be just yeah, not covered any plants. Sometimes it's all about the trials and errors. As I said, this is a process. Even though I happen to finish this map, I'll just have another look on that, make some rebuilds. Anyways, okay, one last thing is this part. I'm gonna to maybe I'm not gonna use this rock because it's too big, but I'm going to use some other. Let me see. That be okay? Yeah, that should be just fine. Yep. Go. Then I'm gonna use the same, but I'm going to convert it this, so it makes completely another rock, completely another object. Actually, this is how it works. I'm going to use the same one, but I'm going to transmute it or transmorph it into other shape. Again, we'll have another complete object here. Good. That's going to be fine. So seems like all walls has been already covered. Now I think I'm going to make a little bit of the texture work. So I have laid the first layer of texture, which is let's say a baseline here. And yeah, I need. Come on, dwarf. Why are you running? Go ahead. No. Okay. Basically, that is the layout of the map. Just curious how it looks when I turn it off. Oh. Why doesn't it change the hue? Usually when I turn the day time of the day, it changed the hue to more I don't know, not purple but deep blue. Now it's like just sun position. Now it's completely turned the lights off. Anyways, that's the thing I can just make in some post-production. Let's keep it like this just for the sake of having that nice and clear. Then we can go with other things. Yeah, the textures. Oh, come on. Here we go. So the basic texture is turned off and cleared just to have all of this black because we don't need it. Oh, okay. Thank you, Julian. So I'm going to do it afterwards. Actually, it was nice. So it's a kind of shame that it made that much errors. Okay, now let's try the textures here. This, what you can see, is layer 2. So I'm going to use the layer 3, 4, 5, and so on to make it more different. And in order to change the texture here, throw some just to check because it's also a thing I believe you know, guys, that sometimes the thumbnail of the texture doesn't represent what actually the texture looks like. This actually does, but not always. Here is the lava thing, which is white here. But yeah, come on, it's still under development. Completely understand. Anyways, I'm going to find some nice texture to maybe cover the stream bed. CVT. There we go. Oh, I don't like it. This looks too much city-like. This is the desert. Really, this one looks nice, and I think I'm going to have it somewhere here at the entrance, and maybe somewhere in here, but not now. Okay, this is the grass again. The cobblestone. I think this would be nice. It is. Okay, I'm going to do some mixture of this texture and that one. I know they are kind of they have some different colors, but yeah, usually it looks good. You don't put too much texture. Really like this brush because it's not round, just chaotic. They just very smoothly, very little clicking. Riverbed somehow different from the other ground. Now, although the riverbed also have different, say, texture color, add some this texture somewhere else or completely randomly, just for in order to have different colors here. That would be boring to have the same texture over the whole cave, so that's why. This is nice effect here. I mentioned that I like the shaders very much because here this part looks very gives the impression of the depth. Really nice. Good, I think I have it, and I'm going to use the next texture, which is the small stones here. For the small stones, increase the intensity, add some. Oh yeah, that's. And also for those who ever been in the cave, you might know that it's not always the rocky ground, but sometimes you get some mud, some I don't know, other maybe some small stones, small rocks. This is basically what I'm going to do here. Just mimic what it is in the nature. Okay, good enough. Here, actually, I don't have some good idea about this pit in here. Maybe you can give me some suggestions. Feel free to find to give me some hints. What could be done in here, because it's kind of the pit when I don't know, anything could be. Yeah, all right. Go ahead. Feel free, dynamic, to win, to steal. It's I don't know. It's not the forbidden knowledge here I'm sharing. Otherwise, I wouldn't share it. Go for it, bro. Okay. So, two types of texture. I'm going to take the fifth layer of the texture, and this one going to be more close to the vegetation here. And I had this one, but I forgot. I had this one, but I have forgotten what was the texture exactly. So, couple of tries and errors here. Nope. Necessarily. Yeah. It. Yeah. Exactly. I also try to put some different texture on the river's bed, and I really like. Oh, putting this aside, I really like how different the colors looks when the river is as the river is deeper. So as you can see here and here, and it's really nice and very nature-like. So let's go to the entrance. For the entrance, I'm going to make it all the way kind of greenish. See that even along the rocks, not necessary here. I'm going to leave it here, but other rocks, it's going to be some flashes of green here. I'm going to do the same here, just for the sake of this. It's going to be open ceiling here. Not too much, a little bit. Same, the same here. Oh, all right. That looks good enough. What else? I think I can go ahead with my favorite texture, is this one. It's muddy texture, which yeah, looks like there's water on it. Going to make it some mud over this pool in here. Here, and let's make it well at the entrance. It's too much. Right. As for now, how did I get the green texture? Well, simple as that. It's an object. You can see it's a mossy rocks here, and I just picked this this object, or I don't know which one exactly. Maybe probably it's a mixture of all those three here. Or do you mean this part? So on this part, those two objects just overlays each other. So there's one rock here. There's another one. Yeah, oh, I love these rocks. They look really nice. They look really nice. And all right, I think that's the time for adding some objects here. By objects, I mean some, yeah, objects created. Oh, I've just forgot another texture here. I mean, no, the rock in here. So let's rotate it, and then we have another completely different object. And there's one stalagmite. Maybe I can handle by this, but to scaling it up, not too much, like this. Yeah, and what I always try to pay attention to when I create the map is thinking about the layout and the tactical aspect of the map. So whenever you just add some, I don't know, obstacles, for example, some walls, some stalagmites like here, or even trees, it plays a huge role when you play the map. And you take your players, or you can take the cover, you can take, I don't know, some advantages if you are just climbing up over the yeah, higher ground. So yeah, just I think that matters a lot. So what else can be done here? I just smoothen the edge here, here, right? By default, my intention here is to have kind of the Orcs Cave. Yeah, I went that's very original, I can say, right? Orcs Cave. Nobody nobody even nobody even yeah found it out. But anyway, that could be played as people want. So I think I'm gonna put the bridge here. Yeah, I like this one. Not that big. Not exactly that rock. Does it fit here? Go. Nope. Okay. That could be good enough. Right. So we have this bridge, and the passage seems to be narrow. Um, but anyways, I can just shape it to or fitting to the object. Just going like this, and as well on this side, but this side's supposed to be alright. I think that looks good. You're that cave explorer, and you want to go not necessarily through the bridge, but maybe you want to go in here, or maybe you just like to see what's inside the water, and you like to maybe swim, whatever. I maybe just do some, or maybe I just create some kind of ladder here. Because I like this cave to be 12th. And I just said it could be orcs, but anything. It could be just people. I can just half of the scale. Right? Pretty okay-ish. One moment, need to go and check. Okay, that was parcel delivery. All right. Where were we at? Yes. So the ladder. I think from the top-down view, it's a little bit too small, almost invisible. Going to maybe scale it a little bit, a little bit wider, then like this. Okay, that should be good. That should be good enough. Now, then whoever lives in this cave, I suppose they need to have safe passage along this wall to the corridor down there. So I'm going to use some kind of the platforms that will allow to, because I believe the floor is very slippery. Let's kind of narrow this bridge. And yeah, let's find out where it was. Where exactly. It was at the objects. It was at the buildings and castle. The ruins. There we go. There are platforms. That's I think that looks good. So whoever just wants to pass through the over, yeah. Oh, come on, come on, be nice. Go. Yeah, whoever wants to just enter this corridor will use this that platform. Maybe just maybe something similar here. Just for the people who want to cross the stream with getting All right. Very well. Looks pretty much okay. This is going to be some basic stuff here. I really wanted to have this bridge, and I also wanted to have this platform here. But now I might, when I'm looking at this pool, um, as I mentioned at the first minutes of the stream, I'd like to have this kind of a sink, which will just pull the water out of the pool here, and I I really I really wanted to give the impression that this point here is way deeper than let's say this area. And in order to do that, I need to go again with the textures, and maybe I can use this texture, that one. Let's see. Oh, not necessary. Good. I don't like this map. But I can other. What I'm looking for is the texture that is essentially, yeah, it's dark. You know that such texture are somewhere here. Yeah, I think that would be good. Yeah, and it has. Yeah, exactly. It's always the blue, and yeah, I think that's this texture is nice to have. Make some impression of the muddy riverbed, or maybe some lake bed, because it has very low um, resolution, so it looks very weird when you place it just on the top of the other textures. But if you place it under the water, it looks really nice. There we go. Here's the intent. Just shade it a little bit. Okay. Come on, Bridge. You're going to visible of the brush. Okay, that's good enough. Um, what can be done here? Uh, maybe, just maybe, different. Yeah, that's exactly what I. Ooh, that's nice. It's too big. Hurt it. Once again, taking this one, erase texture. Go. So I have this one erased. I'm going to erase the second layer. Expose this. Yeah, to expose the blackness. I don't want this all to be round. Just want here, yeah, in the different shape. Actually, I have some idea here, just to make it because you know it looks like an eye. So I can just even go ahead and it dragon's eye. There we go. Oh, come on, that's so cool. Now the bridge. Yeah, I know. I think the bridge kind of spoils it because it covers the overall impression of the eye. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Anyways, as for now, I'm going to leave it like this. Um, maybe later on, I'm going to move this bridge to the side, um, somewhere here. Maybe I can just make it hang this layout, just to more expose the eye because it's a nice point of interest. So to say so, okay. Yeah, but anyways, I'll go with what you suggested. I just leave it like it is right now. All right. Um. So I'm going to keep the props rather minimalistic, at least for now, for the sake of this stream. But I'm going to do one last thing on this stream is just to place some plants and maybe some kind of the maybe some light works. So with the plants, I think that's going to be quick and easy because I'm going to use the brushes from here and just go ahead with shift key on, just pick some random stuff from here, uh, differentiate the scale, this random rotation, and here we go. Yeah, of course, I'm going to add this flash effect. Thanks for reminding. Carpet. I think. Was that snap to the object? Here. Oh yeah. What I was looking. I don't know. In my opinion, plants have this strange tendency to grow in some fissures. So going to fill the fissures with the bushes here. As long as it is the mossy area, right? A little bit more here. Vegetation down there. Here I go crazy with the vegetation. Here and here. other more prominent bushes. There we go. What I like to do, mask this waterfall. Not necessarily with the bushes, but partially with the bushes. Okay. Fine. That big. Okay, so let's turn the lights off and start to, or like a real cave. Have it not necessarily like this. Let's add a little bit light here. So light effects. Go ahead with that. First, let's take the point light here. All right, let's make the radius a little bit. Definitely would go with the white light. I love how the shadows works in here. I think like this. Well, I don't like that much white light, so maybe I can just increase it, have it more yellow. Yeah, that would be just fine. Same with the other exposed areas, but yeah, isn't it? Anyways, I'm going to somehow add some other lights to not have that much deep shadows, because once I get the deep shadows, the map is hard to read. So let's add it like here. Let's narrow the radius, but increase the intensity. Another point. Same thing. Radius as it is. While we are at the lighting, city, but decrease the radius. Add some. Oh yeah, there is a bug here. The light under the water isn't necessarily visible all the time. Or no, because I just turned the visibility off, I think. Why? Oh, it's still happening. Anyways, what I'm going to do is to change the color to maybe, yeah, blue-ish. This blue hue that inside. That looks fine, but it's not the effect I was looking for. All right, this is good effect. So there is a kind of, I don't know, blue dragon eye. Although the blue dragons, as per the lore, lives on the desert, but yeah, cares. Finally, I add another light to just light up the overall this pool. Like to decrease in intensity, but increase the radius. And I'm going to do different way here. I think that will do. This for now. One last thing, I just let's turn the light completely off here. Yeah, I see it looks all right, good. But what I like to do is to prevent some lights from flashing on the other walls, because my intention is this wall is in a closed chamber. So I'm going to use the nice trick that you dynamic had in your map, and that was the shadow. You find shadow here. You know, just to cover the map completely, to make an impression this is the underground. Oh, where was it? I think that was somewhere in the others. Was that with the vision block? No, it was with the shadows. Yeah, let's see. Well, the vision block is. Oh, yeah, I think that was the vision block. Right. It's under the. Ah, it was the shadows. Okay, I'm going to use the shadows because I really like your effect here. Like it is somewhere. I need to work myself out on this. Need to work it out. Certainly, I like the solution. I like this idea to cover the cave or whatever dungeon with this with the shadows on the top. Yeah. Anyway, no reason to worry. Eventually, I'm going to make it different. Maybe I can just stick to the weather effects and just to adjust the colors here, so that also do the trick. Let's turn the light on. One last thing, that, as you mentioned, I'm going to use the splash effect here on the waterfalls. Because it looks cool. Say. think this one is too big, and I'm not sure if I can scale it anyhow. No, I cannot. So other. This is the dripped effect. Oh, that one is big. All right, that was small. I created minimalistic map. Quarters. No, it's too mid. Okay. I'm going to use this one. Although it's big, I'm going to cover it under the water. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's the thing I'm gonna do. Maybe I can use a couple of those because I see that from this angle, it looks yeah, it looks good, kind of. From this angle, it's like almost invisible. It's 2D effect, and maybe it's because it's 2D effect. I can drag it a little bit closer here. Yeah, let's keep it like this for now, and I'll just think about it later. Same here. Whoa, this is oh, okay. Yeah, it's a decent splash effect. Oh, okay. Good point. Oh, let's do it. Uh, Kind of to go ahead with that. See how small those rocks are. Yeah, small enough. Why I'm going to take some more rocks here. Have some different effects here. Okay. Yeah, that was a very good catch. Thanks. I can invite status. Yeah, exactly. Looks now it looks even better. Um, Maybe in future I'm going to somehow fix this line. I'm going. I will add some rock here because this water here comes from directly from this rock, and I know that's I maybe I'm picky, but I'm picky to myself. So that's okay. So I think that's going to be something to be fixed in the future. And what else? Plan is to actually this looks like a nice canyon, not exactly a cave, but let's keep it as a cave. And canyon would be my next project, let's say, or yours, Dynamic. Go ahead. Um, the other thing I'm going to add later on is to maybe some traces of life inside. So I'm going to add some bonfires, some kind of tents, or anything like that. And yeah, I think progressed a lot during this live stream. So I think that's gonna be it for today. Soon you'll see how the map looks like. I'm going to post it on Wildshape Discord, of course, on my Patreon, for you to just see how it looks to download. There will be a free version of it, so no worry if you don't. You're not my patron. You'll get the map as well. So yeah, thank you for the suggestions. Thanks, Dynamic, for cheering me up on this live stream. Thanks for everybody that joined us, and yeah, have a good day or evening, depending on where you are at. So, and take care. Cheers. Bye.